Welcome to the MoneyWise Channel, place where we talk about inspirational things and how to set up goals. Today we're going to be answering more emails or questions that people have asked me, and I just really love answering them. I got so many, so I'm just going to keep running through them. Someone asked me this time about meditation and prayer. So I was like, okay, that's a good one. Y'all got some good ones. So let's do it. We're going to call this video Meditation vs Prayer. Meditation versus prayer. And versus by just breaking it down between the two. It's not saying one is better than the other. Just, the differences. So first, let's look at meditation. That is more of an inside technique. That's the thing with meditation. So we would call that more inside, where prayer is more outside. It's more like a service, reaching out. So meditation, just on a basis level, is inside, and prayer is outside, if that makes sense. So when you think about meditation, you already stop and think about someone sitting alone, going through things within their mind, soul, spirit, things of that nature. But it's an alone thing. It's something they're working on that's inside. That's the automatic thought process when you think of meditation. When you think of prayer, it's more you automatically think of someone, even if they're alone or with a group of people, they're talking to someone besides their self. They're focusing on someone else, some other situation, a higher power, whatever that may be. Now, it's true with meditation, you can think of somebody else. You can lock into someone else's energy. You can start to imagine yourself somewhere else. But prayer is definitely talking to someone else. It's definitely something else you're linking into. I have seen people meditate together. So I'm not saying you can't meditate with other people. You can't sit in a room and get in a circle or whatever, focus your mind like that. But it's an individual situation. Where prayer, I have seen people say, coming together, let's pray together, and y'all all together, each one of y'all still are praying or servicing your energy to someone else. Where meditation, the energy's most of the time staying with you. So I thought it was very interesting when I asked the question, because I see them as two different ways, and I see the power in both of them too. I would feel like most of us coming up in any type of religious household, we're taught prayer. We're taught prayer in schools. We're taught prayer. Prayer is something that we hear a lot about. You can turn the TV on and watch someone on Sunday morning speaking to you about prayer. But meditation is something that we're not told about a lot. And sometimes meditation is looked at the wrong way because it's so self-driven, But even the Bible talks about knowing thyself, dealing with prayer. So we should also know ourselves dealing with meditating on the scriptures, because that's in the Bible too. So, you look at it like this, just on a basic level. You could, if you think about how people spoke back in those days, they'll say, I pray that you do this for me. I pray that you understand this. I pray. It was also a way of asking for something. I pray you this. I pray ye this. I pray thou this. It's a way of asking, where meditation is more of an inside. You're formulating this whole thing yourself. You're not looking for any outside situation to come in and do anything for you. It's all inside. It's all myself. I'll do it myself. I'm going to tap into my own energy of who I am. That's the mind state. Because even if you're a religious person and you remember when Moses went to the top and saw God in the story, Moses asked God, who should I tell people that I got these 10 commandments from? And if we remember, the scriptures said clearly, tell them I am who I am. Tell them that I am who I am. So that's why we say, I am so-and-so. I am whatever our name is. That's where that comes from. So it's so strong that it's nothing wrong with dealing with who we are within ourselves. That's connected right there. So we shouldn't be afraid of meditation, sitting alone, being quiet, getting to know ourselves. Because knowing thyself is something we all should be able to do, and we should do, so we can understand who we are. Prayer is fine too, but remember, that's a service towards other situations, for other people, for speaking to someone we feel is higher than us that can help us. It's asking for help. That's what prayer is. Where meditation is more sitting within ourselves, saying, I believe what's inside me is more than enough to be able to handle whatever the situation is. If you really know this, if you've ever thought about it, some people hate being by themselves. They dislike that at a high level. They don't want to sit by themselves. They don't want to turn everything off. No music, no TV, no iPad, no phone. Just sit there by yourself. It drives them crazy just to be quiet. So meditation is something that would drive them crazy. But prayer is a lot easier because you can talk during prayer. You can be loud. You can act like you're talking to someone else. So prayer is something you can do and feel like you did something, because they can just get to it. But meditation might be a little harder because you have to be quiet. And you have to, the first time you ever meditate, that's that first 10 minutes, just being quiet. You hear that monkey in the cage going crazy. So it's a little harder because you're dealing with self-awareness more than anything. Well, with prayer, you don't really have to be quiet because you can talk. You can immediately in your prayer start making noises. So it's a little bit different. Now, I understand that some people say, well, what about mantras? When you're meditating, you say mantras, that's like prayer. I get what you're saying. You making noises. But I'm speaking more from the point of being quiet. The meditation of when you sit by yourself, you're being quiet, you're not making a lot of noise, and you're just focusing what you're focusing on. I believe that is a little different than prayer, where people, the first thing they do, even if they get on their knees and start to pray, they're talking. They're not being quiet. So they're not trying to hear anything back. They're busy concentrating on what they're saying. And you get people that are professional prayer people. They will pray in front of people that are professional with it. Where you got people that's quiet and they're during meditation. So there's all different type of people in the world doing all type of different things in the world. I would say concern yourself with whatever helps you, whatever brings you peace, and whatever helps you smile. So my thing is, continue to set goals, continue to enjoy your life, and remember, plans may change, but goals stay the same. Like and subscribe to the channel, MoneyWise Channel, and stay excited. I'm gonna be putting out some more videos real soon, so I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Yep.